Somebody was talking to me and they said they don't want to quit what they're doing. They want to keep up with their activities. And that's exactly what I'm going to help you with today when it comes to your elbow. If you get tennis elbow symptoms, some simple things that you can do right now. And if you're saying, hey, I don't want to quit, I want to keep working out, playing my sports, whether it's basketball, volleyball, hockey, whatever it may be, this video is going to be for you. I'm going to teach you 4 easy things that you can start doing right now for yourself. The first thing I want to talk about, number one, is just talking from personal experiences. Number one is just making a point of variation. If you're doing curls or tricep extensions, take a moment, change the grip. You can literally do the hammer position. You can do the supinated position. You could even change it to a more pronated position. But what I'm saying is vary the grip so your body doesn't create, well, if you don't have that ability to adapt and you break down too quickly and don't heal as well as you like, and you start getting symptoms, and you have, well, guess what? Symptoms of maybe tennis elbow, sprain, strain, areas through here. Well, grip variation is going to be key. Number two is I'm just going to jump over here with my soft tissue ball. And what you can do, especially this is the part of your routine, whether before you lift, is just go into those bundles, those extensor bundles. And what you can do is put some pressure with your body weight against the wall. And now what I can actually do is extend my wrist and flex it just like that. And you will notice if you work up and down, you probably have some tender nodules, some areas that are really sensitive. I want you to take a minute, make sure you breathe 4 seconds out, 2 seconds in, hang out there. And what you're doing, you can do some range of motion with your wrist, but you're probably going to find some nodules that are uncomfortable, and just focus on breathing. So what you can do is add that into your routine, your flexor, your extensors, and also you can use it on your flexor mass through here, which if you're going to work on your flexors, just like this, again, you can lean in, you can use your hand on top just like this, and you can again go from a flexion to an extension position with your wrist, working through that range of motion. You can use 7 to 10 times and find the tender spots to help loosen up your forearm. Number three, you guessed it, just doing some strength work again. And what I mean is get yourself a band like this. You can even use just a disposable water bottle, which is about 1 pound. You don't need very much. And what I want you to start with, if you're just using the band, you're going to help building some tolerance in that forearm. And some things that I have found useful is number one, just start with isometrics, just like this. So I'm putting my pressure towards the ceiling just like this, and I'm holding to a count of 5. I'll relax for 1 to 2 seconds, and then I'll hold to another count of 5. You're going to do 5 of these, and where I want you to feel the tension is all through here, helping condition your forearms again, starting with isometrics for a few weeks. Now, as you progress and as you build up, guess what? You can do some what we call isotonic exercises, where this would be the traditional exercise you think about, flexion, extension, and with this, you're probably going to progress in that 10 to 15 rep range for at least 2 to 3 sets every day. Now, just because you're working the extensors doesn't mean you shouldn't be working the flexors, the other side of your forearm, to help create that balance. So what you can do is just flip things over, palms up now, and same thing, flexion extension exercises, just with a simple band that you can keep at your desk to help build you up and build that tolerance so you can do better and be more resilient. And the last thing, I want to leave you with some simple mobility work that you can do on your own. It's going to involve some light stretching. First of all, if you're having troublesome areas such as forearm extensors, you can start with some light stretching, and how it would look is just like this. You'll notice my elbow is bent for this one. So you may find that a bit uncomfortable. Breathe. You may hold this one for 20 seconds or 30 seconds. If you're going to hang out there longer, focus on your breath work. And you may even progress it to 60 to 90 seconds hanging out just like this. Now, if you want to progress that stretch a little bit further, a little more tension, straighten the arm and then flex your wrist. And you're going to feel more tension across this line. And what you're doing is, again, you can hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. If you're going to hold it longer, you can hold it in that 60 to 90 second range. If you're pushing it so much that you're getting pins and needles, I want you to back off a little bit. But again, some simple stretches multiple times throughout the day, just like this. Another stretch to consider is just doing that radial nerve glide. And what you're going to do is actually just, I want you to get in the tension position here, and I want you to lean your head this way to the right if the right side is a challenge, and then I want you to do it the opposite way. So you're thinking with that nerve, that radial nerve, you are thinking taking that through the tunnel, helping it glide and be more efficient with your movement pattern. With this, you're going to do 10 to 15 reps just like this, back and forth. Just take tension on one end, loose on the other, tension on this end, loose on this end, and go back and forth 10 to 15 times. You can do it a couple times a day. Don't forget, as you wrap up, just because you're noticing this in terms of tennis elbow or forearm symptoms, also consider upstream. I always like to think shoulder as well, and of course, neck. If you're thinking shoulder and you're working on your own tissues, what you're going to do is, if it's the right side, I want you to think thumbs up, and you're going to hold on to something sturdy just like this. And I want you to lean back, thinking about your lats, your shoulder mobility. You may find that if your right elbow is the problem, when you do this and you do this, you may find the right side is a little bit stiffer. Maybe you can only get here. The gap between your bicep and yours is bigger. I want you to work on loosening up that whole complex. So what you're going to do is you're going to look just like this. So you can see I have myself braced on something sturdy, and I'm actually leaning back, buttock shifted back, and I'll actually take it as my right arm, shift my bum to the left a little bit, breathe, and I'm going to hold this for 60 to 90 seconds. And of course, you've created yourself a routine. As a corrective chiropractor, I'm going to be looking at upstream at your spine and your nervous system. And if those areas are irritated, a lot of times, people may have elbow problems, but they may also mention, hey, they have challenges through here, they're stiff, they're achy. And so even if they're not stiff and achy, we're still going to assess there, because oftentimes there is dysfunction long before the pain or symptoms show up. And if the nerves are irritated, it may impact how you heal and function at your best. So some of the areas you may feel, some of the areas you may have no idea about. And that's why it's so important to get tested by a corrective chiropractor in your area to know how this communicates with the rest of you, so that your body can work at its best. You can help reset in terms of your posture, how you move, help yourself thrive overall. So something to consider as well as you put together your 5 to 10 minute daily routine. And don't underestimate the power of those small tasks, because what did I say? 5 minutes a day can turn into 2 hours a month of you doing some simple self-care. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. I loved having you. And of course, if you enjoyed it, don't forget, I love interacting with you. Take a moment, make sure you subscribe. I'd love to interact with you more. Make sure you like it. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I got a big mission, helping people understand their health. Health equals more function, not just the absence of pain or disease. And also spinal health is vitally important. So take a moment. I can't do it alone. Share it, send a message out so we can be on the mission together. Anyways, hope you're doing well. And remember that you're far stronger, more resilient, and resourceful than you may have been led to believe. So let's get to work. Let's get moving. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.